Protesters stormed the Capitol not long after Congress gathered to count the electoral votes of the presidential race. Inside, police were faced with hand-to-hand combat. The mob blew through doors as members of Congress dove to the floors of their chamber. It was barricaded with furniture, and authorities were seen with guns drawn to hold back the protesters.
Many asking why this video clip appears to show Capitol officers letting the mob through barricades.
When the rioters rampaged through the Capitol, communities of color couldn't help but notice something.
Suppose this had been a Black Lives Matter rally. Suppose this had been people of color storming the Capitol.
To see in D.C. that white mobs were able to take over the Capitol building and then to have this slow response from law enforcement.
Go home. We love you. You're very special.
This video of an officer posing for a selfie is also fueling anger.
No one can tell me that if had been a group of Black Lives Matter protesting yesterday, they wouldn't have been treated very, very differently.
Tonight, President Trump huddled behind closed doors as a cascade of administration officials say they've had enough.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up. The United States is lowest. We're lower than the world.
Making things worse, vaccine shortages across the country, leading to canceled appointments and growing frustration. Adding to the concern, those new viral strains, like the UK variant, now detected in at least 22 states.
Vaccine. I'm begging of you, cure COVID-19. Vaccine.
Be right there.
I miss my friends so much. I miss my life. I'm going crazy here at home. And I spend so much time on my phone, here alone.
We are starting the straighten up and fly right maneuver, where the spacecraft will jettison the entry balance masses in preparation for parachute deploy and to roll over to give the radar a better look at the ground.
Indicate chute deploy.
The navigation has confirmed that the parachute has deployed, and we are seeing significant deceleration in the velocity. Our current velocity is 440 meters per second at an altitude of about 12 kilometers from the surface of Mars.
Heat shield set.
Perseverance has now slowed to subsonic speeds, and the heat shield has been separated. This allows both the radar and the cameras to get their first look at the surface. Current velocity is 145 meters per second at an altitude of about 9.5 kilometers above the surface.
Nav filter converge. Velocity solution 3.3 meters per second. Altitude 7.4 kilometers.
Now has radar lock on the ground. Current velocity is about 100 meters per second, 6.6 kilometers above the surface of Mars.
LVS valid.
We have confirmation that the lander vision system has produced a valid solution and part of terrain relative navigation.
Priming. TBA is nominal.
We have priming of the landing engines.
Back shell set.
Current velocity is 83 meters per second at about 2.6 kilometers from the surface of Mars. We have confirmation that the back shell has separated. We are currently performing the divert maneuver. Current velocity is about 75 meters per second at an altitude of about a kilometer off the surface of Mars.
Here in safety Bravo.
We have completed our terrain relative navigation. Current speed is about 30 meters per second, altitude of about 300 meters off the surface of Mars. We have started our constant velocity accordion, which means we are conducting the sky crane, about to conduct the sky crane maneuver. Sky crane maneuver has started, about 20 meters off the surface.
We're getting signals from MRO. Tango Delta.
Touchdown confirmed. Perseverance safely on the surface of Mars, ready to begin seeking the sands of past life.
Tonight, the president, with the enormity of the death toll on his shoulders, paused to remember the 500,000 Americans who have lost their lives to the virus.
To put that into context, it's comparable to losing the population of Raleigh, North Carolina, or Sacramento, California.
People will be talking about this decades and decades and decades from now.
Hey, let's be careful out there.
Today, for the first time in more than 30 years, Congress holding a hearing on anti-Asian discrimination.
I am not a virus. And when you say things like that, it hurts the Asian American community.
The hearing, originally prompted by an alarming rise in anti-Asian hate nationwide over the last year, quickly devolved into a painful partisan battle.
My concern about this hearing is that it seems to want to venture into the policing of rhetoric in a free society, free speech.
Just make sure there are no other patients. There's nobody behind us right now. We're clear.
With the country averaging more than 60,000 cases of the coronavirus every day, the CDC director bluntly warning of another surge.
I'm going to lose the script, and I'm going to reflect on the recurring feeling I have of impending doom. We have so much to look forward to, so much promise and potential of where we are, and so much reason for hope. But right now, I'm scared.
Hospital admissions up more than 10% across 17 states in the last week, and the numbers of death rising too.
I'm a vaccine. Yes, I'm just a vaccine. And there's proof I can beat COVID-19. Well, now I've got my approval, so I'm off on my way to make your communities all healthy and safe.
It's not just the metrics in Michigan pointing to a fourth surge. Scenes like these, doctors desperately trying to save lives inside COVID wards, are again unfolding in the nation's new pandemic epicenter. In Detroit, COVID patients are waiting hours for an open bed. The governor, who's refusing to issue new mandatory restrictions, is instead asking the federal government for a larger vaccine supply.
I want to ride my bicycle.
Stay away from me. Baby, keep your distance, please. Stay away from me. Wash your hands, but don't touch your face. How you like that?
That's right, kids. It's the Cater Nut Crunch.
Alligators lounging under palmetto trees. It's always nice and warm on Hilton Head Island.
They just couldn't believe that somebody would do all that running for no particular reason.
Why are you doing this?
I just felt like running.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Stay away from me. Baby, keep your distance, please. Stay away from me.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
I'm especially honored to share the stage with Brittany and Jordan and Nathan and Margaret Catherine. I love those barrettes in her hair, man. I tell you what, and look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
It's not, but I can get you a more official statement.
Three, two,
1, release, release, release. Clean release. Ignition. Good rocket motor burn. There's Mach 1, trimming now. There's Mach 3. And 60 seconds, and that is a full duration burn, folks. We are headed to space. And the passengers in the back have been cleared to unstrap. Our predicted apogee is 279,000 feet and climbing. Welcome to Space, Unity 22.
To the next generation of dreamers, if we can do this, just imagine what you can do. Yay!
There we go. Now we can see that is the tail cone of Unity. And the pilots are lowering the feather now. Now, as the feather comes down, the nose of Spaceship is going to drop. This is normal and expected. Once that feather's down and locked, the pilots will begin a gentle pull up to a level attitude. And I'm hearing the feather is down and locked now. So at this point, Spaceship Unity is a glider. We are just about 1,000 feet above the field now and on final. 500 feet above the runway. 300 feet. Over the threshold. Main gear touchdown. And we're going to hold it just like this for a minute before bringing the nose down. Can see they're already celebrating inside there. And the nose is coming down now. Nose gear touchdown.
Look out the window. Holy shit, God. Oh, wow. That's incredible. To space. Unbelievable.
Stand by drogues. Stand by drogues. Stand by main. Stand by main.
Public health officials are trying to warn Americans tonight that the fight against the coronavirus has changed dramatically. Authorities say that 90% of the people they've tested so far were sick with the Delta variant, and that about 74% of state residents who were infected were fully vaccinated.
As the crisis deepens at hospitals and hotspots, tonight the numbers are staggering and sobering. Surpassing last summer's average for new cases, our nation has again recorded over 100,000 infections in a single day. The Delta variant filling ICUs and killing more Americans from week to week.
And nationwide, pediatric cases are growing at an alarming rate, too. Nearly 94,000 new infections in a week, roughly a 400% increase in a month, as more kids head back to school.
It never changes. The people look up with nothing in their eyeballs. They stare at billboards as if for guidance. There's something wrong here. I can't put my finger on. Same thing, same way. Everyday stupid faction.
You can't fix stupid.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Oh man, everybody's camera. So ready.
Look here, over here.
Evacuate U.S. Embassy personnel. Helicopters and airplanes circled over Kabul, shuttling between the embassy, where sensitive documents were burned, and the airport as the Taliban closed in. The militants had already taken every city except Kabul, mostly without fighting. U.S. trained and equipped Afghan soldiers just melted away. By early afternoon, the Taliban's advance got even stronger. By nightfall, the Taliban seized the presidential palace. Al Jazeera broadcast pictures of them inside Afghanistan's equivalent of the Oval Office, while the United States scrambled to evacuate, an inglorious end to a 20-year war.
The White House weighing that day by day, with officials acknowledging the American people want to hear from him. For now, the president remains at Camp David, where he has been largely out of view since Friday.
The likelihood there's going to be the Taliban overrunning everything and owning the whole country is highly unlikely.
You can't fix stupid.
The FDA stating on its Twitter page, "You are not a horse, you are not a cow. Stop it." It says the drug, which has not been studied on humans, is used to treat or prevent parasites in animals. Doctors say Oklahomans are using the cow deworming medicine ivermectin to treat or prevent COVID-19.
You can't fix stupid.
One in 500 Americans have died from COVID-19, and about 1 in 8 have now been infected.
Very interesting.
Creep can roll, man.
The choice. Two ways.
Sounds logical. But no. But I was here first.
Now you're staring into black ugliness. And you look down, there's the blue down there, and the black up there. But what you see is black. What you see down there is light. Is there death? No, but that's death. Is that the way death is? The moment, this is life, and that's death. And it's in an instant, you go, wow, that's death.
Captain? What in the name of... Am I... seeing things?
Register, Captain.
Captain Kirk himself.
First time.
You know what
Get over here, people!
the impression I had that I never expected to have is you're shooting up.
Oh my God.
Give me a champagne
bottle. Come here. I want one. I want to hear this. Here. You want all this?
On such a timeless flight, but I think it's going to be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me around the air for 5 minutes. I'm not the man. No. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Burning out his fuse up here alone.
Come here. I got something to show you.
And just trust the process and flow in. Oh my! No, I'm just kidding. Keep your mindset right in there. And that's easy, right? Mm-hmm. Same thing, Cheryl. Trust the random man with the mustache you just met. Boom! Opinions, the oysters are pretty much the biggest contributing factor to the ecosystem, right? Does anybody know what oysters do?
They clean the ocean.
They clean the ocean. What are they cleaning out, Keith? Grass. They dive to about 140 feet.
If I want to win your heart, I'm gonna have to show you. I'm not a maybe. I'm the one.
Sometimes we do bad things for the people we love.
Big old drop. This time I'm gonna make it through the tight turn. Oh yeah. Ready? I'm gonna make it over this. Oh, fuck. There goes Ben. Here goes Chris. Oh, wow. Woo! Gonna haul it over that. Nice little jump. Gonna haul it over that too. Oh yeah. Gonna get some speed for this one. Over. Here's the fun part. This part's kind of cool. I don't know. Ew! And over the drop. And over the drop. Actually catching like some air here. Oh yeah. Some speed. Not gonna make it over that, but we can definitely. I don't fall to your last. Holy! Absolutely washed out.